Many cities across the country have been reminded of their problems following 24 hours of heavy rainfall, with Durrës, Vlora, Gjirokastra, Dukat and Logora hit particularly hard. Monetary Policy Director Erald Themeli explains that low interest rates have caused a slowdown in deposit rates as many choose to alternatively invest in securities. In commemoration of the great writer Dritaro Agoli, who died a year ago today, a garden of cypress trees has been planted by the municipality of Tirana, with a statue to be added soon. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday, the 3rd of February 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Not a nice day outside today. 24 hours of heavy rainfall has returned problems to some areas of the country. In Gjirokastra, the waters of the Viro River reached a critical level, crossing the bridge at the entrance to the city, causing difficulties in the movement of vehicles and pedestrians. The new trees planted by the sea at the Lungomare boardwalk did not withstand the strong wind that swept across Vlora Bay today. The bad weather kept sea travel suspended for the second day, while causing problems inside the city. Even the ferry connecting the city with Brindisi did not come in today. In Dukat and Logora, there are problems with the power supply as strong wind has damaged the distribution network. Strong winds up to 50 kilometres per hour and its accompanying forceful waves paralysed the port of Durrës. As a result, all work was suspended in the fishing sector. However, in Durrës, the situation did not affect ferry activity, which continued with the normal travel schedule from Durrës to the Italian ports and in return. No problems are reported from the rest of the country. The interest rate cut has led to increased attention to the securities market. Director of Monetary Policy at the Bank of Albania, Erald Themeli, says family members are more interested in investing outside the banks. Citizens have more interest in investing in securities, he announced. According to Themeli, no interest rate increase is expected during the first half of the year. During 2017, business deposits performed positively, increasing by over 6 billion lek. Businesses have seen deposit growth, declared Themeli. From today, you can also find a garden with cypress trees in the lake of Tirana, dedicated to the great Albanian writer Dritaro Agoli, who died exactly a year ago today, on February 3, 2017. On the first anniversary of his separation from life, the municipality of Tirana, in cooperation with the Davoli Association and a relative of the poet, planted 20 cypress trees. Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliaj, who was also present, praised the figure of Dritaro Agoli as a man who managed to expand his fan base across every corner of Albania. Today, we start with a symbolic gesture, planting 20 cypresses in a part of the lake park, which we have dedicated to Agoli. We want this to be a place of meditation, rest, a peaceful place, a place where people can read his books and recall his work. So we have prepared that in this memorial part of the park, where there are some prominent figures, to have a special place to remember Dritaro, said Erion Veliaj. The municipality of Tirana foresees that the statue of the writer be placed in this part of the park, together with the cypress trees that were planted today, in order to create the garden of Dritaro Agoli. Mayor Veliaj invited citizens to contribute by donating a tree to the city to express love or to commemorate their beloved ones who are no longer alive. I would like everyone in Tirana who has a memory and a desire to express love to come and plant a flower or tree and give something back from the great culture that we got from Dritaro. I hope that younger generations, starting from his nephew, have the transmission of his work as a mission, said Erion Veliaj. Tayar Agoli, the brother of Dritaro Agoli, thanked the Mayor of Tirana and friends who joined this special day. Thank you all for this participation in this ceremony. We are very pleased with all these activists who are participating, who are friends of Dritaro. Of course, Dritaro's friends are all in our hearts. He has spoken to us directly about all of his friends and family, and he has many, said Tayar Agoli. Beyond the reform in the water sector to reduce abuses, the Ministry of Infrastructure has launched several important projects for the construction of the water supply and sewerage. Minister of Infrastructure and Energy, Damian Jiknori, has today inspected the works initiated in the Jiri Lalzit area. The action that has been initiated is for better management of the water system that is connected to the sewage system. Exactly that is the purpose, the boosting of economic performance, increasing income and improving financial growth of the entire sector in order to have the necessary investments. We plan to start from areas with the greatest economic potential, such as areas that have a tourism priority, explained Damian Jignori. About 30,000 residents are expected to benefit from this investment, with the two projects worth about 13 million euros. With the completion of this plant, which will be in operation as of 2019, all this area will no longer have problems with sewage treatment. We will have a solution with the latest technology. This project is among one of the most contemporary. It really gives a definite solution to the entire area and serves nearly 30,000 residents who will be connected with this network. The work is going very well, and I had a conversation with contractors as well. Everything is going according to the plan, said Jignori. This investment foresees two projects. The first is about the construction of the main sewage collector and the treatment plant for the water used in the tourist area, while the second project is about the construction of the water supply network. The water will be taken from the Fushkucha water supply pipeline. Soon in Shkodra, a project worth 2 million euros will be launched for the protection of the Buna riverbed and transforming it into a tourist destination. The plan places an emphasis on long-term habitat conservation, and the project has an expected duration of 5 years. Conservation for the habitat where about 1,000 species are found, said Agim Darda, the director of the Regional Protected Areas Administration in Shkodra. Removing barriers and opening a border crossing between Albania and Montenegro are two concrete initiatives foreseen by the project, paving the way for further development of tourism. Exploitation of inert materials will be stopped in the place where Buna and Drini rivers merge, as the illegal constructions made over the years will also be removed. The Buna River will also be declared a protected area in Montenegro, as it is in Albania. The purpose is to connect local economic activities with preserved coastal and wetland habitats, which will be supported by a grant scheme. The Buna River is considered one of the most important coastal wetlands in the Eastern Mediterranean. The action to interrupt illegal water connections in the capital is continuing with intensity. Deputy Mayor of Tirana, Arbian Mazniku, and General Director of UKT, Redi Mola, closely followed the action in the Daiti area. Mazniku said the working groups are verifying up to 100 businesses per day. The second in charge at the Tirana municipality warned all abusers that they will face the force of law and invited family members to formalise water connections by the end of February. Director General of UKT, Redi Mola, appreciated the awareness of businesses to formalise their connections and to pay off arrears. UKT has extended their opening hours, which will now be Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m, in order to create greater ease for citizens who wish to apply for a new contract or to pay their obligations. That's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Oro News, thank you and have a lovely weekend.